Welcome to Mountain Cooking with Missy. Today I'm going to show you how to make these sugar-free pralines, and they are delicious, y'all. So let's get started. So now we're going to get started on toasting our pecans. I like to toast mine in a skillet, and when you're toasting them in a skillet, it's best to use a non-stick skillet for that. And I'm just going to put my pecans in there, just a cup. And all you're going to do is you're going to do this on like a medium-high heat. And you got to constantly watch them. Don't walk away. If you burn them, you burn them, as we say. They be ruined. They be burnt, as my mommy always says. So you want to toast these. It's only going to take probably maybe 4 to 5 minutes once the heat starts coming up. And you'll be able to smell them. And once you're smelling them and you make sure you want to toast them, stir them around. Once you start smelling them, they're done. Take them off the heat because you don't want to burn them. So we're going to start out making our pralines, and I'm using a cup of Priester's pecans pralines. They're the best pecans, y'all. And I'm going to toast these. I got a cup in here in my skillet. I'm going to toast them for about 5 minutes on medium-high heat. So over medium heat, I have my skillet ready. I have 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and 1/3 of a cup of my sweetener. And you're just going to start cooking this and stirring it until the sweetener starts to dissolve. That's just going to take about a minute. And then we're going to just cook this until it starts to turn like a caramel color. So it doesn't take long. It's been about 3 minutes since it started boiling, and it's starting to get thick. Not at the color I want yet, but I just wanted to show you how it'll start coming together pretty quick. So we're getting close. All right, y'all. Look at that color change, and it is ready. So I'm going to take it off the heat. Now I'm adding a tablespoon of salted butter, a teaspoon of maple extract. You can use vanilla extract too if you want. I'm just using maple. And that butter's going to melt. And I'm going to put in my toasted pecans. And you just want to stir this, let that butter melt. And I'm going to stir it for a couple minutes till it starts to thicken up because it's cooling off. Then we're going to drop these by spoonfuls onto some parchment paper. Now I'm going to let these cool and stir at the same time. So as they're cooling down, I want to stir them the whole time so they'll thicken up enough to where I can drop them out onto the parchment paper. This may take about maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Just keep an eye on them because they'll get thicker as they cool down. You still want them a little warm as you're dropping them, but you want them thick enough to where they'll hold their shape when you start putting them on your paper. So I'm dropping these down on my parchment paper. I got my parchment paper on a cookie sheet because I want to stick these in the refrigerator to cool off a little bit. So you just drop them down just like that. These smell so good, y'all. I'm excited to eat these. Daddy'd be excited to eat these. If you don't want to put them in the refrigerator, just let them, they'll still cool off at room temperature. So whatever you want to do. And just get them all done like that. And I'm going to finish the rest. And when they get cooled off and ready to eat, we're going to do some taste testing, y'all. Y'all, look at that. You know.
Oh, I'm sitting here waiting, guys.
You know he's ready. These pralines are good.
You gotta smell this thing.
Kind of like a cookie and candy both. But he likes them because they're sugar-free.
I like them because they're delicious.
They really are. They are good. I mean, you can't really tell the difference to me. I mean, I don't know, but they're just good. And if you're diabetic or watching your carbs, this is a great little recipe. And y'all, I love the pecans, these Priester's pecans. I have to keep him out of. He loves pecans, and theirs are like so good. And I use the little petite ones, the little fancy ones, y'all. They're little halves is what I use.
They're tiny.
You want the halves for this one. They're so good.
They're delicious. The pecans themselves.
They are.
Yes, like you said, I could eat the bag.
Yeah.
But when you put them with this too,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Makes the perfect, and toast them just like I showed you. Makes them extra good. I'm going to put their link down, Priester's pecans. Y'all, they are some of the best pecans we've had.
They're great. They're
the
fresh.
Best. Yeah, they have such fresh taste, but they complement this recipe.
If you get pecans that ain't fresh, they're rubbery.
Yeah.
These are not. They're crunchy.
They've got a little crunch. And
they're great.
And when you toast them, most time toasted pecans always go better in recipes. Always toast your pecans, especially unless it says don't toast them. But toasted pecans even are better, especially for this kind of recipe. For these pralines, y'all. And they're low carb. Can't beat it.
No sugar?
No
so I can eat another?
Yeah, he can have a nuddin, as we say. All right, y'all. There you go. I will be putting the recipe for y'all in the comments after I post this, so in a little bit. But I explained it pretty good in the video. I hope you make them. So
they're great. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, a lot of you want low-carb recipes and sugar-free stuff, so I try to put stuff out occasionally. So if you want something sweet, no,
you can't have it.
So if you want something sweet without all the sugar and they ain't gonna, spike your blood sugar up, this would be a perfect little snack. And you can always double this recipe too, because it made about 8.
Yeah.
8 probably.
You probably should double it.
Yeah, double it.
Because you're gonna eat them.
Because they're good.
I promise.
They're delicious. And I put the maple extract. I think that makes them taste a little bit. I always like maple, but if you do vanilla, they'll still be just as good. So. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching Mountain Cooking with Missy. Where's nothing fancy.
Just good eating.
Just good eating. Bye, guys.